It's Wednesday, May 16th, 2018, and it's time for Eezeey Gamer. First off, game I'm still playing. Still playing a lot of Diablo 3. Still loving it. Started up a new character, and I'm still playing it. I still like it. I don't know why. Just enjoying the heck out of it. And it's easy. So if you're looking for an easy game, there it is. So we're going to talk E3 predictions. Now, E3 is closer than you think. It's less than a month away. So we're getting close. So I'm going to do some predictions of what I think E3 is going to have at it. First one, Cyberpunk 2077. Will we see anything on this game? Will they be there? Will CD Projekt Red be at this event to show us another trailer, to show us gameplay footage? How close are we to getting this game? My prediction is we're not going to see anything on Cyberpunk 2077. That little tweet they let out a while ago where it said beep, they said it was a glitch. Whatever. Or a lot of people might have speculated that it was so that they could, because it had been inactive for such a long time, it was something where by putting up that one little tweet, it keeps the account active so that they don't lose the account. So that's another reason. Once again, CD Projekt Red has said they're not going to really show anything on this game until it's good and ready to be shown. So I still think this game is it's still a little ways away. Year and a half, maybe 2 years, I don't know, but it's still out there. So we won't see anything on CD Projekt Red's new game, Cyberpunk 2077. Even though a lot of us want to, the game looked really, really, really good. I'm hoping I'm wrong on that, but I don't think I am. Forza Horizon 4. This is an easy one. It's going to be there. I know it'll be there. It's, last year was Forza Motorsport 7. This year is Forza Horizon 4. Every other year you get the opposite one. So Forza Horizon 4, this time we should see the location. They should tell us where it's going to be. A lot of people have speculated Dubai, Japan. Those have been my two speculations. A new contender keeps cropping into this, and it's the UK. You can probably that's not the worst guess in the universe, because the UK Playground Games is UK based. So why not do that in your own backyard? To me, it's still one of those things you just need to look for a camera somewhere on the planet that is just recording sky, because that's what they did for Forza Horizon 3. They just recorded Australia's sky for weeks or whatever. So somewhere in the UK or United States or Japan or Dubai, you need to find out where a Playground Games executive, or not executive, but one of their people went and set up a camera and then walked away. So, and it's just been recording for weeks. So location. I still think this thing is going to be in Dubai. But Japan and the UK would be wonderful places to be as well. But I really think that Dubai track that they did in Forza Motorsport 7, I think they put the time in. Dubai has an incredible car culture, just like Japan and the UK. They all have great car cultures. But I still think this is going to be in Dubai. I'm going to be excited for whichever place they put it. But I'm still going to lean towards Dubai. The next game, Final Fantasy VII. We know the game exists. We know it's out there. We know. I recently saw something where somebody said it won't be out till 2023. I thought I was pushing it out there, putting it at 2020. But I'm not going to argue with them. But to me, Final Fantasy VII, does Square Enix show us another trailer? Does Square Enix show us gameplay footage? In the video that I did about this, I said it probably behooves them to show us gameplay footage so that they can maybe get a feel for how it's going to go over with the fans. They need to show us what the battle system. Well, they don't need. They don't have to do anything. They're their own company. They can do what they want. But it would behoove them to kind of show what they're thinking the battle system is going to be, what the combat system is going to be, and then to get the reaction from the fans. Do this early to give us an idea of what they're moving towards. Because the toughest part is going to be if the people at Square Enix show off the battle system and everybody rejects it and says, I don't want to play it that way. That's not how I want to play Final Fantasy VII. This would maybe give them a chance to go back and change it, or press forward and hope that everybody still buys the game knowing that it's Final Fantasy VII and people will still buy it and will get used to a different battle system. So I think they're going to show us something. I think they'll give us another trailer. I'm going to predict that they will show a little bit of gameplay footage to let us know a little bit of what the battle system is. I still think it's going to have Final Fantasy XV's battle system because it would be easy to just implement it. But will the Final Fantasy VII fans want that? Remember, Final Fantasy VII fans are 20 years older. The game is now 21 years old. It was released in 97. So Final Fantasy VII fans are 21 years older now. Do they still want to play a turn-based battle system, or do they want it to be upgraded to something a little bit more contemporary? My last prediction for this video, I'm going to go with Volition Studios. Volition Studios are the people that their most recent game is Agents of Mayhem. It didn't do very well. These are also the same people that made Saints Row. I think that Volition is going to be hanging on by a thread now because Agents of Mayhem did not do good at all. So they're going to need a moneymaker, and they know that the Saints Row series is a moneymaker. I think they're going to reboot the series. I think we're going to see even a little bit of it. I think they're going to show us. I think it's going to be one of those things where they just blurb something up that just basically, it won't even be a trailer. It's not going to be, it's basically going to be a splash screen that says Volition Studios, and then it's going to say Saints Row. And then it might have a voice of a character or something like Pierce or somebody like that saying something, or maybe even Johnny Gat. But it'll, maybe, you know, or might even flash up Johnny Gat standing with Pierce and standing with, you know, maybe a couple of the other characters. And it's a total reboot of the series. They'll start us from square one of when the, you know, when the Third Street Saints, you know, were created. So I think Volition, that's going to be my surprise. That's going to be the thing I'm going to predict as a surprise. Nobody's talking about it, but there's always a couple of surprises that catch us off guard. Agents of Mayhem is a game that failed miserably, unfortunately. I bought the game when it was cheap. It's okay, but it's not a Saints Row game, and I think a lot of people were expecting this to be kind of a Saints Row game. You know, just with superheroes, kind of. I don't know, with, you know, a James Bond superhero mix. So, but I'm going to predict that Volition basically puts up their studio name. I think 2K Games is the developer for Volition, and then just shows you the Saints Row symbol, and it'll just be, everybody will speculate, is it a reboot? Is it a sequel? I don't think it'll be a sequel. I think it's going to be a reboot. They're going to start this whole thing over again. I don't think 2K Games uses E3 very often, but Volition may kind of slide in there. Maybe this doesn't happen at E3, but around E3. You notice that a lot of people will release information around E3 because the whole gaming industry is tuned into that, you know, spot. So maybe 2K maybe does something where they're around the area and they release something about this game, and I think Volition will. I think that's going to be your surprise. You're going to see that Volition Studios will announce they will announce a reboot of Saints Row, and they're going to do it in a real quick just little splash screens that kind of say Volition Studios, 2K Games, and then it'll go Saints Row. And it'll just, you know, if they're in an auditorium, it'll get a pop. If it's just something that's released to the media, it's going to get a ton of coverage because a lot of people are going to speculate what they're going to do with that series. So I'm probably going to do more of these videos as it gets closer to E3, because E3, it's a great time of year. I know people are starting to say, well, it's not necessary. It is. Conventions are still fun. People like to go to conventions. Conventions are still a place for the industry to kind of get together. All of the media can kind of get together in one place. Conventions are not going to go away. We still see that they're fun. Comic-Cons and things like that are almost bigger than ever. So conventions, you know, BlizzCon, things like that, they're still fun. There's no reason to ever get rid of E3. It's a big gaming convention, and we should, you know, it's not going anywhere. It's still fun to be a part of those things and to see what happens at them. And for people to show off surprises and things like it. It's still a great time, and I can't wait. E3 is still going to be a ton of fun. Even if everything that comes out is static and stuff we all knew about, there's going to be little nuggets here and there that they're going to show us brand new stuff we haven't seen before. So as it gets a little bit closer to E3, I'll do a few more of these, and I'll try to predict more weird stuff. But for this video, Volition Games poppin' Saints Row. That's what we're going to see. So with all that being said, to the troops, past, present, and future, thanks for the freedom.